Hi, Kimmie. I just want to start by saying I really liked your video, especially with you starting out by preferencing the page number you used in the book, because once you preferenced it, it was easy for me to find it and kind of connect um, your discussion to what exactly page number you were talking about and like what exactly part you were talking about. But you did a very good job at highlighting each kind of indicator on what theory we're using, and I liked how you broke it down because you had your reasoning for each one, so I'll go into that. I liked how you highlighted her making up the scenario of saying her husband would be mad and he just wouldn't even want to do it, um, and then you also connected the worst case scenario thoughts that these kind of clients tend to have. And I mean, we're like you said, you're guilty of doing the worst case scenario thought, and I think it's kind of funny because I do that too. Like I think of the worst case scenario, and I know that's not a good habit, but I know it's just like human for us to do. Not everybody, but I will say, like, I feel like maybe since like we are teachers, that we kind of, well, I know since I'm a teacher, I kind of tend to think about the worst case scenario because I want to cover everything that could happen. And I know, like, sometimes when we differentiate lessons, we always think about questions that could come up, or misconceptions that could come up. And I feel like when we think about misconceptions, that's kind of like thinking of the worst scenario. So in my head, like, I catch myself thinking of the worst, having worst case scenario syndrome, because I always try to prep ahead, just in case anything goes wrong. But um, having, like, Helen had so much anxiety and doubt, and she overstimulated herself, and that caused her to actually feel it in her body. And like I said, like, I get that, I feel that same way too. Like, it's not something that we purposely do, um but the snowball effect is real. And you saying that she went from, like, what if the writing class is not even worth it and I just do this whole big thing, and this leads to a fight with my husband, and then I get to the class and it's just like something I could have watched on YouTube or something. I'm just making it up, but like, she was validating her reasoning in her head, on not to even take this opportunity. And again, that all comes from that nasty feeling that we put on ourselves. We put such a physical feeling of pain and of anxiety, and it's a physical feeling because we have, heavy hearts, or like, our chest starts, getting tight, because we're like having anxiety makes your breathing kind of iffy. So you're already hurting yourself doing that. But she didn't even know what opportunity was out there, because she didn't even want to go explore it, because she was already feeling all these emotions. Um, and like I said, you did a great job with highlighting the snowball effect and highlighting the worst case scenario syndrome, and why we're seeing all these things in the client. And like you said, that physical aspect of overworking, overstimulating yourself so much, getting anxiety, building all of that up for, like you said, like, she did it for no reason. She was making all these scenarios up, and she didn't even have no proof, or nobody else, like, nobody else told her they had a bad time or nothing. Like, she just was kind of making it to where she didn't even think she wanted to go, but she was hiding the fact that she did want to go, because again, her husband wouldn't, she didn't want to ask her husband to watch their kids. Um, Overall though, Kimmie, you did a great job, and you helped me break down the video even more. So I really enjoyed it, and I have enjoyed watching your videos in this cohort. So thank you so much.